Hello, Life Science class. This is your 21B question or notes for the chapter. We're going to talk about the digestive system today. Digestion is your body's process of taking food in. This word assimilation means you're not just taking in food, you're building up cells using the digested material that your body takes in. Foods are broken down into these different materials: sugars, amino acids, fats, vitamins, minerals, water, and blood is going to be responsible for carrying all of these substances through your body. There are two main methods of digestion, and both processes are necessary. The first part is called mechanical digestion. This is a grinding of the food, mixing it with digestive juices. Your teeth and your stomach are going to be involved in this mechanical digestion process. The other method of digestion is going to be chemically breaking down the food. Not just grinding it into smaller and smaller pieces, but chemically breaking down that food into soluble substances the body can use. We're going to look at a couple of things here related to our digestive system. The first thing would be, sometimes we're going to hear a word called alimentary canal. This is basically the digestive tract. It lasts about 9 meters or 30 feet long from mouth till the end in the anus. Like I said, your whole digestive tract. Now, we're going to specify some of the digestive system is called accessory organs. In these, the food does not actually go physically to these organs, but these organs are very important because digestion could not happen without them. These are organs that are attached to our alimentary canal. For example, the liver and the pancreas. They produce substances that are necessary for chemical digestion, but the food does not actually go to the liver or the pancreas. In terms of mechanical digestion, we've already mentioned this. Our teeth and our mouth are part of it. So our teeth, we have incisors, which are our front biting teeth. We have canines, which are kind of for ripping, tearing. And then we have molars and premolars, which are meant to grind and make food smaller into smaller and smaller pieces. We also have our salivary glands, which are going to make saliva, and that's going to help our food to be able to move through our system. The job of the tongue is to move food back towards the throat, and there's a swallowing process of peristalsis, which moves the food down through the esophagus to the stomach. Mechanical and chemical digestion are going to work together in the stomach. The stomach is going to give off a material called hydrochloric acid, which is going to mix together with the food and the saliva and make chyme or chyme. Very little digestion actually happens in the stomach. It's mainly a location to kind of hold the food while these acids can be starting their work on them. The small intestine is really the digestive organ that we would say most chemical digestion happens there. It's about 7 meters or 23 feet long in an adult. The chyme or chyme that is the digesting food is neutralized by fluid from the pancreas and then absorbed into the bloodstream through villi. Villi are finger-like structures, and they allow for greater surface area. So the food's not just in your small intestine, it's going to be having greater surface area through all those villi. Then it can be absorbed right into the bloodstream. The large intestine is about 1.5 meters long, or 5 feet. Its main job is to absorb water and minerals. There are many bacteria there to help in the process, and then the waste removal of whatever your body cannot use. We said that the liver is one of those accessory organs. It actually performs like hundreds, like I think 500 different functions. It's referred to as the master chemist. It produces bile, which helps digestion. It also, the liver then stores the bile in the gallbladder. We're going to see that our body adjusts the level of substances in the bloodstream to help keep them in a balance. And the liver is also going to filter out harmful things from out of the blood and make adjustments in the sugar level. Pancreas produces enzymes in digestion. One of those main things that it produces is insulin to help our body use and digest the food that we eat to get energy. Chemical digestion is going to break down our food into different components. One of those is carbohydrates, the main source of quick energy for our body. Mostly sugar and starch here, so like bread, cereal, potatoes, sweets that we might eat are going to fall in this carbohydrate category. We want to make sure whatever our body's taking in for carbohydrates we're using up, otherwise that will be changed into fat and our body will store it that way. Proteins, made up of amino acids, they come from our meats, cheese, eggs, seeds. That's going to be used in the making of cells, the repair of body tissue. Lipids, the third category that our food would fall into. Lipids are fats and oils. They come from eggs, cheese, whole milk, meat, butter. And they too are something that we need to limit and make sure that we're expending energy in order to keep our body healthy. Chemical digestion is going to take vitamins, which are organic substances, and minerals, which are inorganic substances like calcium, phosphorus, and iron, and our body is going to use these in keeping our body operating and running. Also in chemical digestion, we need water. Water is essential for life, and it's found in most of the foods we eat. We want to make sure we have enough water. Okay, as far as chemical digestion goes, the carbohydrates are going to begin being dissolved and broken down right away in the mouth. It goes, the food's going to go through all the other organs of our body, but it will actually finish in the small intestine, where those carbohydrates are going to be absorbed into the bloodstream so they can pass to all of our body tissues. The sugar is going to be transported through the walls of the villi into the blood. Proteins. When we eat proteins, they do not begin digestion in the mouth. Instead, they're going to wait until we get the food into our stomach. Then it will begin adding the proper acids and enzymes to break down those proteins. Eventually, the proteins are going to be broken into individual amino acids, and they too will enter the blood through the villi. And lipids, they are going to not be dissolved in the mouth, not be dissolved in the stomach. They're not going to begin to be dissolved until they get to the small intestine. The job of the bile is to help break up those lipids into fatty acids. The process of breaking down fats has a strange name. It's called emulsification. And then those fatty acids are going to also be absorbed into the bloodstream through the villi and then be transported to the rest of the body. That's the end of our 15B notes. 21B notes. Have a good rest of your day.